when I get in here, man. Where my music, man? Where my music?
What music you got?
Where my music at, man?
What music you got?
You know what I'm saying? I'll be commenting. Oh! What? Hold on, man.
Oh, Lord, see?
I forgot.
Huh? That's a short one.
Right
Right there in front. Right there in front. Right there. Put on my head.
Right there in front you.
In front.
Man! Well, you get your reaches, boy.
I'm
Dude! Hey!
Oh, you gonna give me a little headpiece on, man?
Hey, boy!
Oh, Lord.
Hey, boy! Oh!
Your mic live.
My mic live.
Your mic is live.
Bro, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing about Barack Obama. My name ain't Jesse Jackson. My name ain't Jesse. Oh, every time you hear that, you just, oh.
Oh, got something for you.
Hey, you want to drop down?
Do
a push-up, man. Do a push-up.
Go ahead.
Do a push-up. Hold on. Hold on, man. You ain't said nothing to me. You ain't said nothing to me, man. Hey. Well, you ain't said nothing to me, boy.
He tired now, y'all. He tired. He tired for real. He tired for real.
I ain't tired, boy. I'm built for this, baby. What cup, man? What you doing with my cup?
Huh?
What you doing with my cup?
Your cup.
What cup? You gonna grab my QT cup? I thought I brought it in there.
Nah. Devil out there.
Man.
Devil out there. Man, you need something to drink.
Man.
The push-up name needs something to drink, see?
I did them 100 push-ups, man.
I'm wore out. What they trying to do around here?
I just did 100 push-ups. I need the water, man. I did 100 push-ups with a skull cap on. Oh, man. It's been a long time since I did 100 push-ups, man, like that, boy.
Wore yourself out.
I think we're going to have to...
We have to come back in a couple of weeks.
I think we're going to have to...
We gotta go back in a couple of weeks.
Wait, I can't be...
This ain't gonna do it, huh?
This ain't gonna work, man. This ain't gonna work, man. Wait a minute, I gotta take this hat off. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. Let me put my... Oh, man. That's better, man.
What they do that at? What they do that at?
Boy. Good evening. Good evening. This is your host, Joaquin Thompson Sr., the host of before I even say that, the #1 personal finance show in America.
Come on now, say it. Like
#1.
Say it like
it ain't anybody can call here. 678-381-1973. Anybody think they got a better show than me? Call in. Anybody. Especially in personal finance. I ain't even go outside of personal finance, but if you think that's you, call into the show.
My name's Kobe, and you're listening to my pop-up on the Daily Bread Radio Show.
Wait a minute, man. Do that again. Do that one more time, man.
You want to hear
I didn't hear that one more time.
Hear it one more again.
One more time.
Let me get your cue.
Hold on, let me.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Hi, my name's Kobe, and you're listening to my pop-up on the Daily Bread Radio Show.
Oh, what? Hey, man, that's my grandson there, man. What's up with these headphones, man? They in one ear.
What you talking about?
The headphones, bro.
Nah, man. Don't be complaining about the headphones, do you?
Bro, it's only in this ear.
Lean your head to the side. Lean your head to the side. Lean your head crooked.
Look at this. So, for those of you, man, I can't.
You had it on backwards. There you go. Now you get
It's
straight.
on backwards, bro.
Yeah, now you good.
Oh, man. For those of you that are joining for the first time, my name is Joaquin Thompson Sr., and I'm the host of the Daily Bread Radio Show. And the Daily Bread Radio Show is a show focused on personal finance. We do education on personal finance across the board because it's our belief that everything is tied back to personal finance. So it's not just one different thing like we talking about food. It's tied into personal finance. Oh, we talking about working out. Tied to personal finance. Oh, I'm talking about, Christmas. Tied to personal finance. Relationship. Tied to personal finance. Where I work. Church. Anything, any topic that you can come up with. Where I was born. Personal finance. Where I'm going to pass away. Personal finance. So what we do is we tackle topics about personal finance from a spiritual perspective.
Yes.
We don't do God. Well, let me say it a different way. We don't do religion. We always do God. So I was talking too fast. It was like the P word almost slipped out.
No. No doubt.
That joker tapped me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I ain't mean to say that. And I was like, but, I mean, and we do it from truly from a spiritual perspective, because it's our belief that what we're doing here, we are on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter. A lot of people come, man, it don't matter. It don't matter how many. It matters the quality of what we're doing here and what we're putting out into the universe. Bottom line, there's a lot of people on Facebook, a lot of people on YouTube, other stuff. But this right here, this is better than all of that negativity that we pour into each other and posting. Like, no, this is all positive. This is all natural. This is pure. This is all natural. So we do this every week. This is episode, listen to this number.
Come on.
This is episode 78.
78.
78. 78. So for all the people out there that say, oh, I know such and such, how many people can say they did 78? 78 episodes. And I'm going to do this episode because I've been thinking about this episode. I've been excited about it. A lot of different things going on in the world. We're going to talk about some stuff, but the number to the show, right there in the chat, 678-381-1973. Call in if you got a question, a concern, if you just want to, give me a shout out, something's on your mind, you have a personal finance question.
Somebody own it, man. The number's up there already.
Brian, what you mean?
Somebody is on it.
On what? Is the number?
The number's already posted.
The number?
Somebody is on it.
Oh, the number already posted? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The number already posted it.
Oh my God.
Do it again, man.
Do it again.
Do it again, man. Post it. They might not have seen it the first time, man. Had my grandson come on with the intro. He did his little spot. So, all that just keeps me super excited. We got a week before Thanksgiving. So this is the Thursday before Thanksgiving. So if you're not on it, get on it. Whatever it is you need to get on it.
Hold on.
Hello, this is Wally Amos, and you are listening to the Daily Bread Radio. It's the best radio.
Now he can't be wrong, right?
He can't be wrong.
He can't be wrong, man. That's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest stars ever.
And he's an elder.
And he was on my show. He's a friend of the show.
Come
I
on.
mean, man, I love all of my guests, man. Everybody's been on here taking time out. I'm still working on that Magic Johnson. I know we talked about Magic.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all know the number for Magic Johnson, tell Magic Johnson he can call. He don't have to come. He don't have to fly from California. I know he's busy, rubbing elbows with billionaires, but I'm like, he can give us a call. We're gonna call it the 5-minute interview.
That's it. No, we gotta get.
I'm saying 5 minutes. No.
At least 10. At least 10.
No, I'm saying 5, but if he want to give us 10, give us 10.
There you go.
5 minutes would be like, just okay, get to it. Just get to what we call the crux,
The meat.
the meat
That's right.
of the matter. So, a lot of stuff going on this week. Achievement Week for Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Tonight is the rededication ceremony that we have annually. So a lot of brothers are out into that. Saturday is the anniversary, so a lot of brothers will be out and about in the city. So we, we're just celebrating. We'll be celebrating Founders Day on Saturday. So that'll be November 17th, 1911. But so shout out to the brothers, Rude. And it's just, I got some good topics today. And one of the things I thought about today as I was getting ready for the show, you always have to be prepared, right? That's one of the things that I was thinking about on the way coming out here. And the topics that we're going to talk about tonight, because I always like to give you all a preview of the topics, so that way if you got something going on and you need to jump to something else, that's cool. Let me tell you the topics, so that way if you want to buckle up and hang on in there with us, then by all means do so. Because we're gonna be breaking bread on the show, But we're gonna be talking about opportunity. We're gonna be talking about opportunity, right? And I'm gonna dig a little deeper into that. Spend a little time with opportunity, what that means, and how it shows up, right? Sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's unexpected, but it's opportunity. We're also going to talk about the ability to have that tenacity, to persevere. Some people call it tenacity, some people call it perseverance. I call it the ability to just keep pushing, right? Even though, you done tried this and it didn't work, and you tried that, and they laughed at you, then you tried this, you had a little bit of success, and you tried, it's nothing wrong with that, right? It's not the fact that you're trying to be a jack of all trades, master of none. The fact of the matter is, it's like playing cards or playing spades, You might have a strong hand, you got a bunch of books, you got big joker, little joker, two of diamond, two of spade, you got all this. But then you deal the cards again and you may not have no trump cards. So life is the same way. So we're going to talk about what it means to keep pushing, right? The third topic we're going to talk about tonight is called failure is okay. A lot of people don't believe that, right? Some people call it failure, but we'll give it some different titles when we get into it, and really start to discuss that. But it's okay if you fail. It's okay, because I think the quote goes something like this: if you never fail at anything, that means you never attempted anything. So a lot of people, are conditioned and want to shy away from ridicule, embarrassment. I thought you was gone. All that, and what that does is that fear mentality comes into play, and then we don't want to, keep trying. But it's okay to fail, because every time, I promise you, if you fail at something that you truly wanted to achieve, you remember the lesson. And that's all you're trying to get out of it is the lesson. So we're going to talk about failure. I had to come back and do a U-turn because I know last week, a week before last, I talked about the importance and the power. That was last week. The importance and the power of savings. The importance and the power. And this came up 3 times this week. One time with my barber. Yeah, I know I don't have a lot of hair, but I do have a barber. Because when this hair do start growing, and it's just, at times it's just like a little zigzag. But that's cool and all. I ain't tripping. But I got a barber. He tightened up. But it came up with him. Came up with Magic Johnson. I saw a video of Magic Johnson doing an interview with Maverick Carter. And Maverick Carter is the business partner of LeBron James's company, Undisputed. They put out, they're putting out films now, and he had the opportunity to interview Magic. And Magic is one of my mentors. I grew up a Laker fan. After Dr. J, it became Magic, and then after Magic, it was Michael Jordan. But I'm not gonna get into that. But it came up with my barber, and it came up on the interview with Magic. And I'll share the story that Magic shared on the interview. And definitely, because we believe in giving homework, check out YouTube and go into the YouTube search and put, Magic Johnson, Maverick Carter interview. And you would be, it's only like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But I promise you, if you watch that interview, inspiring, insightful, really behind the scenes thinking of really a prominent African American both businessmen, because I'm talking about Maverick and Magic, because Maverick is a lot younger, but he's moving and doing some things, and Magic is magic. So we're gonna talk about that as well. And then the last topic, which is gonna be the first topic, is I'm gonna talk about Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Le'Veon Bell, for people that are not big sports fans, Le'Veon Bell, and I'm gonna give you the short version, and you can call in if you got a comment about it, or if you think a different way. If some people say, "Oh, he crazy," and all this different stuff. So, short version is Le'Veon Bell plays running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So the last 2 years, he was saying, "Hey, I need to get paid for what I do." At one point they said that he was responsible for 55 or 58% of the offensive production for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is one man. Besides AB, which is their receiver, he led the team in receptions and and rushes. So he's rushing for over 1,000, and he's catching for almost 1,000. And he was humbly saying, hey, I just want to get paid, right? So the Rooney family was like, no, we're going to put this franchise tag on you. Put the franchise tag on, that means you get the average of the players, the top 3 players in your position. But they slotted him with running backs. And he's like, bruh, I got more reception than a lot of receivers. I want to get some receiver type money. Y'all paying AB. So he did that year before last, put the franchise tag on him again last year. And then this year, they was going to do it a third time. Like, no, we're going to put the franchise tag on you. And your franchise tag salary for the 2018 season is going to be $14 million. So when it first came out and he held out, when they went to camp back in July, he held out. People said, oh, he'll show up. It's $14 million. It is no way that he could walk away or forfeit $14 million. It's no way. He'll be here, right? We ain't even worried. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna be looking for him. We know as soon as before the first game, preseason, and I watch. I'm a sports fanatic, so I'm watching ESPN and all the prognosticators. Oh yeah, he'll be here. Preseason comes and goes. Le'Veon Bell. So they said, okay. Well, Le'Veon, he'll definitely show up when the regular season starts, because when the regular season starts, he's going to be losing close to $1 million per game. Some crazy number, like $800,000 a game. Like who could forfeit $800,000 a game? $14 million for a season, right? So they would say, well, he'll definitely, after that, he started losing that money, he'll show up. First game. And then they went to James Conner. So shout out to James Conner. Phenomenal story. That's the young brother that's from Pitt. He had cancer, got injured, found out that he had cancer, got treated, went through chemo, graduated from Pitt. Pittsburgh Steelers pick him up. So he has a great story. And then James Conner started doing this thing. But he's not Le'Veon Bell. So then the players thought, oh, well, we don't even need Le'Veon. He'll come when he comes. But he'll definitely be here by this week. What is it, like week 10? Because if he doesn't show up by week 10, then that means that he's going to forfeit his salary for the year. So the weeks go by. They get to this week. Last week, he sent out a tweet, and the tweet said, farewell Miami. That's all it said, farewell Miami. So they said, see, perfect. Le'Veon Bell is on his way from Miami, and he's coming to Pittsburgh. Then Friday, they had a report that they said, oh yeah, he definitely gonna show up by the deadline on Tuesday because he's been cited playing pickup basketball at an LA Fitness in Pittsburgh. So he in town. So I told y'all, I knew it was gonna happen. So Le'Veon's like, okay. So Tuesday come. Tuesday come. The Pittsburgh Steelers like, oh yeah, I told you he'll be here. It ain't no big deal. He'll be here. The deadline is 4 p.m. He's coming in. We'll just have to figure out what we'll do and how the players are gonna react. How about the deadline comes and goes? The deadline came and went, and guess what?
Pittsburgh still winning.
Le'Veon still didn't show up.
Pittsburgh still winning.
Le'Veon still did not show up. So the big story in the league among players that have held out for money, because you got the players and then you got the owners, right? This man is saying basically like, look, I am one of the top 3 running backs in the NFL, period, right? Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon definitely got to be 3. He definitely in front of David Johnson, and David Johnson is a monster out in Arizona. But here's the story that I wanted to get to with Le'Veon, and I was talking to a friend about the power that Le'Veon Bell has, because like my producer just said when I came in, he a huge Pittsburgh. He got the pajamas, he got the watch, he got the socks. He's a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He was so hurt last year when the Jaguars beat them that he just started acting out. So I ain't even gonna tell y'all what he did. And he's gonna be acting out again because I know y'all don't think the Jaguars have lost 5 games in a row. 5 in a row, right? Jalen Ramsey, y'all don't miss me when I'm gone. But anyway, he's a huge fish. And this is what he just said today. That's crazy. Le'Veon, he'll never get, and not to be, I'm not going to be racial, but I'm just going to say, some people in the media said, he's a fool. This was exactly what this one guy said. He's a fool. He will never, ever get that $14 million back, right? And then some people said, that's crazy. How could you give up $14 million? Mm-hmm. But like I told like I was telling my producer today, Le'Veon Bell, people should take heed to what Le'Veon Bell what he was able to accomplish. So let's dissect this. If Le'Veon Bell, if his finances were not in order, if his house was not in order, do you think he could walk away from $14 million?
It'd be hard.
No, it'd be hard. He couldn't do it. When the NFL went on strike, for those of you all that are old enough to remember that, when the NFL went on strike, do you know how many players went on strike week 1 and by week 3 they said, hey man, hey, I get it, but I gotta feed my family.
It ain't fun no more.
Right? Because they done burnt through that money. Mm-hmm. A lot of players can't even get because you only get paid during the season. A lot of players can't get from season to season. Mm-hmm. This is fact. So number one, Le'Veon Bell had to have his finances in order. He was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. And the second thing was this. This wasn't no snap judgment. Mm-hmm. This wasn't no impulse thinking. He thought this out with his team, his agent, his attorneys, other people that was advising him. They thought this out last year. He thought this out last year. And what did we talk about last week? When you go into battle, especially when you're dealing with other people, you have to plan your strategy. So while they talking about, yeah, you definitely gonna come, that man was already prepared not to come. He said, I'm just gonna mess with y'all, come to Pittsburgh, play some pickup basketball at LA Fitness, and then I'm back out. That's the second thing. Here's the third thing. Now he's an unrestricted free agent. Not only is he an unrestricted free agent, but now, next year, he's going to command he's going to have one of the highest contracts because all of the teams in the NFL could use a Le'Veon Bell, with the exception of Dallas. They got Ezekiel Elliott, right? And LA, because they got Todd Gurley. But other than that, it's no team out there that's going to be like, nah. And that's number 3. And number 4, he had a full year, a full season to rest his body. And he's training.
He'll be in Carolina next year.
I don't care where he's going to be at. When he get his contract next year, Pittsburgh going to be like, man, we should have. You gotta learn, but the moral of the story is this. How many people, not even just athletes, how many people do you know today, November 15, 2018, their house and their finances are in order where they can walk into their employer or let their employer know, like, look, I just did my annual review. It wasn't the way that I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the next year off and see if we can make this better. And leave out the door without being worried about the house, the car, the kids, the food, how I'm going to get it done. He did it at a 14 million level, but there's people doing this at $100,000 level. Some people call it a sabbatical. I didn't even know what that was. Like a what? I thought that was like some, I'm not even going to say what I'm not going to say what I thought it was, but I still didn't think it was that. Because the first time I heard, I said, take a year off from work. I said, oh no, we don't do that. Who you know take a year off from work? Call into 678-381-1973. Who you know take a year off from work, or a year off from school, a year off from anything and say, you know what, I'm just going to go to Europe and climb a mountain. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go rediscover who I am, right? Who you know do that? in our community, right? So I'm saying all that to say is this is a different way of thinking. Le'Veon Bell is thinking on another level. Where it ain't what he lost. Don't worry about them 14. He's gonna get the 14. He's gonna get the 14 plus next year. Because whoever signs him next year, he's gonna get that Khalil Mack type of money next year. That Aaron Donald type of money. Somebody who said, man, there's no way we can do. And Pittsburgh is fooling themselves because, like I said, I love the James Conner story, but James Conner is not no Le'Veon Bell. What are y'all thinking about? When y'all get into the playoffs? Nah, bro. You talking about an untested second-year player versus Le'Veon Bell? Like, really? That's just disrespectful. But I'm glad he had the money. Because had he not had the money, then what? When you don't have the money, what do you have to do? You have to acquiesce. Okay, not acquiesce. Let's use a different term. You have to give in. Bow down. That's what happens when you don't have the money. So that's what we talk about on the Daily Bread Radio Show. While we have the opportunity, let's put ourselves in a position so that way, even if we're not in position to do that this year, right? At some point in our life, we need to take the power back to say, you know what? Enough is enough. How about that? Enough is enough. Y'all don't, hey, you don't value what I bring to the table anyway. You treat me any kind of way. You give me these subpar reviews. I'm out. Right? I'm out. I'm going to take a year to figure out what's my next move. Because I got enough money stacked up. And all my bills paid. I know exactly what I need for the year. And the majority of my big debt, my large debt, I've eliminated that. Because I eliminated that while y'all was still running y'all mouth. I was over here paying stuff off. I don't have no student loan. I don't have no car note. I don't have no house note. I don't know. So you just got your monthly utilities and you teamed up with your spouse, right? Shout out to my wife, Tanya Thompson. Love you, girl. Love you to the moon and back. That's my one. That's my ride or die, right? So between me and her, shoot, I might lay out for a year and, Tanya be doing her thing. I'm like, I'm ready. Hey, I'm ready to walk in there and tell them, Joe. Hey, man, I'm done. 2019. 2020 is going to probably be the year because I've been talking about this about 5 years. I'm going to take me a year off because don't wait till you 80 years old talking about you getting ready to retire. Or 75 or whatever. Them numbers too big for me. I like 51, 52. I want to be out doing whatever. So I know I spent a little bit more time on that, but that's real talk. Le'Veon Bell, we should learn from that. And the people who make money, who have made money in the league, like Deion Sanders, he made the money and still making money. He's like, no, I appreciate him doing that. So now them owners are having to think. He didn't do it just for him. It's like Kaepernick. Think about how many other players, their contract is coming up next year. Them owners going to be thinking now, like, man, shoot. I don't want this to turn into a Le'Veon Bell situation. But see, now I ain't going to go there. But they would have never done Big Ben like that. That's for you Pittsburgh Steelers fans. They would have never, ever done Big Ben like that. Ever. Ever. Never. Right? So don't get it twisted. It's really more, it's deeper. It's deeper. And that's for the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So if you a fan and you say you love the Steelers, why they do Le'Veon Bell like that and not do Big Ben like that? Big Ben, you ain't even hear about when he did his contract. Because they made sure he got his money for what he was worth, right? Come on, man. But enough of that. Because they don't need you sitting there looking like that, man. What?
It's still a slavery mentality.
What slavery mentality?
No.
You talking about the owners?
Yeah.
Of course. What did I just say?
No,
What did I just say? Big Ben?
I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan tonight.
Bro, you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you know.
Yeah.
Why they look what they did with AB. Look what they did with AB. AB, come on, man. AB, how you not pay AB? How you not pay Le'Veon Bell? You know what that's like saying? That's like you walking into your job. Everybody's job or everybody's business has a person that's invaluable, that you know is the workhorse. You know they be bringing it. They gonna bring it. They gonna bring it day in and day out. You know that, and then you get in there and you get your review. Oh, this is average. You be wanting to get up to the doctor. Like, man, But you can't do that right now because we ain't in position. Like, man, shit, I know he likes to play. Got kids in college, I got to shot. But if you, but Le'Veon Bell was a good example. And, see, they had forgot Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch did the same thing. Pete Carroll, when they went to the Super Bowl, and they was on the 1 yard line, and you got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. When they got there, when Russell Wilson took his hand and Pete Carroll called a passing play, and he threw the ball 1 yard in a Super Bowl, and you got Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, that you haven't stopped the whole game, right there. You know what he came back and said? Marshawn Lynch said, you know what? Y'all can have this. I'm good. They was like, oh, no, he can't do that. Marshawn Lynch came back at the interview and said, you know what? He said, I've been in the league 7 years, and I haven't touched a dime of my payroll income. Mm-hmm. They documented this man had to save, listen to this number. This man, and this goes right in, this is a perfect segue into the next topic, which is savings. Marshawn Lynch had been in the league 7 years, right? Went to Buffalo, got drafted by Buffalo, left Buffalo, ended up in Seattle. He had been in the league 7 years. That man said, I ain't touched one dime of my payroll income. He's been living off endorsements, right? They said, well, how much do you have saved? This man said he saved $49 million in 7 years. Eating Skittles, not talking to the media. So when they start talking that crazy talk to him, guess what he said? Bruh, y'all have this. Because I'm good. I don't need, matter of fact, I don't need you. I'm going to go somewhere where I want to play at. In Oakland, I'm from Oakland. What? And what? Because he was strong. He had his stuff, he was strong. And he was disciplined. Right? So going into savings, came up 2 times. We talked about it last week, but I'm going to give you the short version. Definitely go and check out the Maverick Carter, Magic Johnson interview on YouTube. Excellent piece of work. And Magic Johnson shared some stuff that was so deep about personal finance. He said when he got into the league, I'm going to give you three quick things. So that way we can compress this time and get it all in. Let me make sure I'm good on time. Perfect. Magic Johnson said when he was a rookie, right? The question was, when did you realize you wanted to be a businessman? He said after my rookie season. He said after my rookie season, I wanted to spend time with the owner, Jerry Buss. Me and Jerry Buss used to have conversations. I told Jerry Buss I wanted to be a businessman. Jerry Buss said, okay. So what he did with Magic was he befriended Magic. Now Magic said the other players on the team, they couldn't stand the fact that Magic had this relationship with the ownership because it was this us and them mentality, right? They were like, what are you doing? What are you doing with ownership? Like, that's like the dark side. Magic was like, man, he treat me good, I'm good. That's number one. So he from the onset said, I want to learn, I want to be around ownership. This is Dr. Jerry Buss. He owned the team. Then he started taking, the second thing Magic said was, Jerry Buss started taking him to Atlantic City, well not Atlantic, Vegas. They would go to Vegas. Because he said he loved to gamble. He said Jerry Buss would go out there and get like $500,000 in chips, right? A large amount of number in chips, right? And he said he would take, every time that he would get his chips, he would give some to Magic, say, hey, go on and bet. Go on and play some, Magic was like, nah. He said, okay, I'm going to watch you, right? He'd take the money. He said he would take the money, put it in his pocket. They did that Friday night, they did that Saturday. He said Sunday when we was on our way back to LA, he said, I would look in my pocket while I cash the chips in. He said, I would have $20,000 to $25,000 in my pocket from just sitting with Dr. Jerry Buss. He said, we did that for years. He said, I would keep that money. He said, I saved that money all the time. I saved it. That's the second point. He saved the money. He said when Jerry Buss asked him, why would you be, like, I gave you the money to gamble. why are you holding it? Why are you saving it? He was like, I ain't never had access to no $20,000. I ain't never had no 25. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I mean, I got 9 siblings, right? It's 10 of us. I ain't never had no $25,000 gambling. He said, no, I'm saving my money because I want to be a businessman, right? So imagine as his career continued, Dr. Jerry, this was one of the most profound things that he said in the interview. Dr. Jerry Buss was on his deathbed, called his wife, said, hey, call Magic. I want to say goodbye to him. This man is dying. He's on his deathbed, literally. Wife calls Magic. Magic go to see him. They have a conversation. Jerry Buss says to him, he said, you know what I admire in you? He said, all them years when I was giving you that money to gamble with, or you could, do whatever you want to do with it. He said, you do realize that I know that you were saving that money. This is what he said to Magic on his deathbed. On his deathbed. And he said, for that, I admire you, right? And Magic was like, that changed his whole perception of going into business and being in business. He said the next thing that really got him thinking about doing business was when the opportunity came. And not to speed into the next topic, when we talk about opportunities. Magic said when the opportunity came for him to get in business and do a business deal, he needed to have some money. He needed to have some money. So all that money that he had been saving during his career, he was able to put that into the Starbucks deal. He said that was his first major deal. Then, of course, they asked, what about the Dodgers? He said, hey, I put together some money, got with some other people, they put their money together. He said, now I'm working with, he said, everybody besides me, they billionaires. They want me to partner with them because I'm Magic Johnson, but they billionaires. And they taught me something. So savings, he said, if you don't do anything else, save your money. Don't spend it all. Yeah, we all on incomes and we work our jobs and money's coming. But while you have the opportunity to save it. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. So that way when you do have an opportunity that comes up, somebody says, hey, I can do this for you. Hey, you can get into this deal. Now you got the money. But if you never save any money, you're not gonna have those type of opportunities. Those opportunities gonna come to you. Hey, you can make $25,000. All thing you need is $5. All thing you need is $5,000, and you can make 25, like real quick. But you don't have 5,000, right? So I'm saying that came from Magic. Me and my barber was talking about that as well. The thing I'm talking to my barber about it was this. Not only do you need to be saving, you need to have a skill. Listen to this now. You need to have a skill that you can generate money doing. You need to have a skill. Not just working your 9 to 5. You need to have a skill. Like my barber, my barber said, what do you mean? I said, man, it's like this. If something happened to you today or tomorrow or your family member and all of a sudden you had to leave Atlanta unexpectedly and move to Cincinnati, right? You don't know nobody, don't know where you're going to stay. Guess what you can do? You could cut hair. Mm-hmm. You could cut hair. At least you know if you cut hair, you're going to eat. It might take you some time to build your money back up, but you can eat. Because you got a skill that you can use. You have a skill set that you can use to feed yourself. He was like, wow, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So all these people getting, educated, that's cool. I'm a big proponent of education. I love education. Love reading, love degrees, love all of that. But I also love this. I love people who have a skill. The electrician, the plumber, the barber, the beautician, the cosmetologist, the baker, the radio. What's your skill? The personal trainer. Do you have something that you can generate some money that you can save? A skill. So definitely want to talk about savings, and then, the night show is just flowing. Now we're going to talk about opportunities. Just go right into that. We're going to start at the top. And I kind of touched on it already, but the thing that everybody needs to understand is this, right? don't start somewhere, sometime saving something, nothing is gonna happen.
Come on, say it again.
If you don't start, and this is the second week in a row, and I cannot impress upon you all enough to say this. If you don't start to find something somewhere that you can save, $5, $1, $20, you will never, ever be able to leverage an opportunity that's going to come to you, and opportunities are going to come throughout your life for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're 20 to 80. Wally Amos was right on this show. This man is 82 years old, saying he's getting ready to start his last cookie company. He's 82. 82. So he had to partner with, and he sat here and said, you know what? I wish somebody had told me, right in this chair. He said, I wish somebody had told me how to manage money and the importance of saving, understanding debt, understanding an income statement, a balance sheet. This man sat right here and bared his heart and his soul to us and said, bro, I knew nothing about personal finance. But I'm going to start my last cookie company. You have to do that. And it's not just about you. Think about your legacy. Think about your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews. How can you bless somebody and you constantly looking for a blessing? You can't look for a blessing and be a blessing at the same time, right? We got to start that. We have. Le'Veon Bell showed everybody. This is on the same level as Colin Kaepernick, but for the people that don't understand how finances work in this country, it goes right over their head. Right? I mean, everybody in this country, we live in a capitalistic society. Capitalism. What is that? That means that you produce things for the masses that you can sell. Capitalist. The banking system, the mortgage system, the commerce, stock market. If you're not in all these different things, if you're not starting to save some money to get into some of these things, real estate, I mean, things that you know people gonna need, food, right? If you say, well, I don't know what to invest in, invest in a company that's producing food, because people gonna eat. Good times or bad, they gonna eat, right? What up? Technology, all the stuff we buy from Amazon. But do you own some Amazon stock?
None.
All this Nike stuff was going on. But did you go out and buy some Nike stock?
None.
But our counterparts, while we doing all that, that's what, they over there, guess what they doing? Give me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there you go. Give me some of that. Because they gonna run this up. This gonna run up. When all of this hit the fan, oh yeah, this gonna run up. Ford F-150s. No, man, we got to get ourselves in position so that way we can show our kids how to do it. Our parents stressed education to the max. By any means necessary, get your education. That's what our parents instilled in us. You graduate from high school, it was 2 questions. It was really 1 question. Where you going? You going to college or going to the military? That's it. It wasn't no, because you going to get out of here, right? You going to college, you going to the military. But we in a different age now. We done moved into the technology age. And a lot of people are still in what's called the agrarian or the agricultural age, right? Bro, we not in agriculture and manufacturing anymore. Now you in the technology. You got people dialing in the stuff from their smartphone, cutting the heat down in the house, locking the house up, starting the car. You got people coming up with robots, getting stuff for you. This technology. So if you're not getting on the technology, you still on some, you going to college. It's people out here doing YouTube and blogging, making $100,000. But we too prideful for that. I don't want to do that. I got a master's degree. I got a PhD. I'm like, so you got to get a money degree The kids out here making money, man. So we got to get on board with that. So that's, and be prepared for the opportunity. So if it comes up, maybe it's not you, but maybe you can partner with a group of people. Like, hey man, let's put all our little, twos and fuse together and let's take this whole building down.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, right? Stop renting and start owning, right? So that's that.
It's good. It's good.
Man, boy,
It's good.
that was on the heart, man. Was it good?
That's good.
Man,
Like you know.
man, make me always want to say the P word, boy.
Like, don't you do it? Don't you do it?
Why am I to say?
Don't-
Bro, make me to see the P word, boy. I see my son out there. What's up, Joaquin? I see Cali Q. I see you out there, boy. I love you. I love what you're doing. I love everything about it. I see my sister-in-law, Adrian Stark. I seen you on there. I seen Teresa. And I love y'all because all this that I'm giving y'all, y'all inspire me every time I see y'all name. Cali Q. I'm going in. Because one day, I know one day, billions of people will be on this. And you'll be able to say, oh, y'all just on that? Like, bro, we've been on that.
Exactly.
Millions of people. And it's already in. Listen, man. I'm not going to start crying on this show today.
Here you are.
No, I'm not, man. I'm not going to cry.
It's easy for you.
I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to
I
cry.
ain't gonna cry.
I ain't going to cry. But listen. The next topic. We got 9 minutes. Yeah, we got 9 minutes. I'm gonna give you 4.5 minutes on each one of these topics. The next topic, keep pushing. Don't worry about what people call perseverance, tenacity. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I know you're ready for it to happen right now. Keep pushing. I know you're ready for it to pop off. Keep pushing. Because it ain't on your time, it's on God's time. Man, I'm getting older. I'm 52, 53, 61, 80. This man, Wally Amos, was sitting right in this chair right here. This man is 82 years young. 82. And he said, I am in the process of starting my last cookie company. He sat right here and said it. 82. So if you 50, you have no excuse. If you 26, 25, you definitely don't have no excuse. Keep pushing. Because every time you keep pushing, like I said earlier, it's just like playing cards. I used to love to play cards in college. Man, you get a hand, like, I got this. But then the next hand, you don't have nothing. Right? You going bored. You reneging. Hey, boy, I almost caused a family feud behind goddamn cars. Reneging, messing with my brother-in-law, Kenny Glenn. I love him to death. Him, my nephew, Andre, we was at their house. Look, and I feel bad about it. We started, it got so bad, and we was arguing so much. And I felt bad because I know I reneged. But I would not admit that. They got to screaming so loud. You know how you in a family setting and you start screaming so much, the kids start crying? Because they don't know what's going on. Man, people was crying. People coming, what's going on? I said, man, I don't know what they talking about. Pick which book it was. But I'm saying that to say in life, keep pushing. Keep pushing. You thought this was the deal. This ain't the deal. Oh, I tried this. Okay, well, try something else. Try it a different way. Try it a different way. They said Thomas Edison tried 10,000 times to create the light bulb. 10,000. 10,000. I didn't say 1,000. I didn't say 1,500. 10,000 different ways.
That's a lot.
10,000. Most people that I know, if you did it 8 times,
And it didn't work.
and 5 people said something to you, I'm done. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, it ain't gonna work because you ain't did it but 8 times. Do it 8 more times. Just, people they gonna have something to say because the people who saying something is what? The people who not doing nothing.
Yeah.
They sitting on the sideline. Man, I'm gonna start. Man, Dwayne used to listen to this show. Man, I'm gonna get me a truck. I used to be like, man, God, I'm so hyped. When I seen him a few weeks ago, man, this man's barbecue it's stupid. Like my partner said, it's stupid. It's stupid. But he dreaming. I was like, man, he's like, man, I got a cut, man. I got a guy over here that does this. I'm like, bro, I love it. I love it, man. Keep pushing. Don't listen, because that 9 to 5, I love the 9 to 5, gets things done, whatever. But that ain't for you. That's for somebody else. Work on your dream. This how much time you got. This your lifespan. Born, transition. At some point in between there, you got to do something for you.
Yep.
Right? I know y'all want to, man, I just want to go to goddamn Bango. Like, where is that? I don't know. It's next to Chango. I'm going there. And I'll be back. How long you going to be? I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. Don't be asking me how
I have no
long.
question about going to go on.
I'm going to be gone for a while.
Be gone until I get
I ain't going to be no weekend trip. It ain't going to leave on Friday, come back Monday. It ain't going to be no week. It ain't going to be no 2 weeks.
Be gone until I get back.
I'm going to be gone. Exactly.
Until I get back.
I'm going to be gone till I get back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Get back. I mean, that's just inspiring, man. So let's keep pushing, bro. Sisters, brothers, keep pushing. Keep pushing. And if you're not pushing, don't complain about it. Because it ain't going to happen until you go through all of that. It's right here in the Bible. This is in the Bible. It says, honor, listen to this. This is in Proverbs. I think it's 15. I think it's Proverbs 15. Honor comes before, listen what he said. Humility. Humility. See, all you preachers, y'all ain't even correct me. Humility comes before what? Honor. Humility. If it's in here, it's in the Bible, bro. Oh, I don't care what you think or who you think wrote it and how many times they changed it. Even if they changed, I don't care who said it. King James might have said it, even if it didn't come from the Creator. That's still profound. Humility.
Come on.
Humility comes before honor.
Come on.
So you can't be exalted until somebody been laughing at you. You gonna start what? Oh man, you crazy. It'll never ever work. Why you think you gonna do that?
Well, you preaching now.
What? Why you think you can do that? I just met a brother last week, 21 years old. He asked me what I do. I said, oh man, I got this show, Daily Bread Radio Show. I talk about everything. I talk about debt, I talk about money management, I talk about repos. You know what this dude looked at me and said? He was 21 years old. He said, man, I just had my car repoed yesterday. This was last Saturday. He said, man, I don't know what to do, man. My family talking about, man, my credit gonna be messed up. I said, look, man, you 21 years old and got a repo. So what? In 2 years, if you knew how to play this game, in 2 years, I didn't say 3, 5, 7, in 2 years, you could be in position to get any car that you want to get and drive any. He said, no, I want just no regular car. It was a Charger. They took my Charger. I said, oh, man, good grief.
Oh, my God.
My family, man, everybody talking about, man, my credit going to be ruined. I was like, listen, man, that's because you don't understand the keys to this game that you play. It's a game, like Monopoly. It's like Monopoly. It's like Sorry. It's like playing cards. This is just a game. It's not you personally, but you got to learn the rules to the game. You have to learn the rules to the game. Because if you don't learn the rules to the game, guess what? You become a pawn that somebody else is pushing around.
Come on.
Right? Making money off of you. Because you don't understand, oh, your credit going to be bad. Oh, well. I said, man, you know the worst thing that you can do? I said, you know what? I said, I know you're getting a bunch of letters right now, right? He's like, yeah. I said, I guess what you doing with them? I said, you throwing them letters over there because you don't want to open them, right? He said, yeah. He said, man, I ain't open them. I said, man, open those letters. The reason you want to open them letters is this, because now you done been on offense, now you got to go on defense. Pittsburgh, I respect them, but guess what? Don't nobody game. NBA, Major League, when you play baseball, what you do? 3 outs, you change sides, right? Football, what you do? You don't get a first down, you got to punt. The other person go on offense, you go on defense, right? If you got just a strong offense and your defense weak, can't hit, I don't know what Jackson is doing. We going to beat Pittsburgh.
Now,
But if you got one that don't have the other, it ain't going to work, right? You can't just have all offense. You gotta have defense too. I said, man, you need to open them letters because it could be a suit, a potential lawsuit coming at you. But if you picked up the phone and called them and said, hey, I know I had this repossession. I had a change in my income. I'm 21 years old. What can we do to work this out? You know what most people want to do? Work it out. You know what most people get in trouble? When they have a repo, bankruptcy, litigation, potential litigation. You know the worst thing that you can do is become non-responsive. And put your head in the sand. Like, I don't want to hear this. No. Open a letter and they say, oh, we're going to sue you. Call them people and say, hey, look, I don't have the money. What can we do?
You ain't gonna get double practice, you see.
Right? What they going to say? We going to sue you with... It ain't nothing to sue. I don't have nothing. What can we do to work this out? Can we go on a payment plan for the next 5 years? What can I do to make this thing right? I want to get you your money. When you start playing defense and understand how the rules go, bro, all that stuff will go away. How do I know? Because it happened to me. I had a repo. I don't care. But I learned so much when I went through that process. I know exactly what to do, what they can do and what they can't do. Right? I was talking to one of my partners today. I'm talking about we was in our 20s, right? He was fresh out of law school. I'm just getting out of nursing school. Had a little situation with an apartment. They gonna put the thing on my credit. He's studying about credit, right? Consumer law. I'm just getting into the personal finance space. We come together and say, you know what? I think these jokers violating. I think they violating federal law. We went to these people, they were of a different skin complexion than us. We went to them people, man, they saw these two young brothers. They was like, what? We was like, nah, man, I think we got a lawsuit against y'all. He said, a lawsuit? We the collection company. I'm like, I don't care who you are. You have violated this law, and this law, and we gonna sue you. They laughed at us, man. They said that, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all have no case. He said, okay, guess what my partner did? He deposed the people that was involved at the collection agency. Then that's when it got real. When you get a deposition, you get subpoenaed for a deposition, that's when it get real. It got real then. That's when we, as my partner would say, that's when we dropped that heat on them. It got real then. Then they start thinking like, did the deposition, guess what they said? They said, y'all will never win this will never go anywhere. We ain't settling, y'all are crazy. Guess what we were saying? Okay, we'll see y'all when we go to trial.
See you in court.
We'll see you in court. And we walked out. I'll never forget, we were downtown Atlanta. We walked out, it was in Capitol Plaza. It's in the same building where B103 is located. We walked out the building on a Friday. They said, man, y'all crazy. Y'all are never, ever. This is what the attorney was telling us. I mean, just condescending. Y'all are crazy. We'll never settle. We'll see you in court. Do you know that Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, my partner called me, he said, man, guess what? He said, man, these people called, he talked just like that. He said, man, guess what, dog? I said, what? He said, man, these folk done call us, man. Guess what they want to do? They want to settle. A collection agency wanted to settle with, I was the plaintiff, and I had my attorney. And they wanted to settle with us about damages from a collection agency violating laws. It's called the FDCPA, the Fair Debt and Collections Practice Act, FDCPA. We studied it like we was getting our PhD. We set them up so sweet because we knew the law. You can't call after this time. You can't call before this time. If I send you a check and tell you it's in good faith, you can't cash it. If you send me a letter threatening to sue me and you don't have an attorney on staff, all these are violations. They do it today. They still doing it. But guess what? We called them on it and we dropped that heat on them. And we sued the collection agency and won. So don't tell me, so all the people tell me, I'm like, no, don't tell me about it unless you did it. Like Jay-Z said, everybody want to tell you how to do it. They never did it. So that's why we got the Daily Bread Radio Show. I know we ran over a little bit, and I was running today, so this is gonna be the book of the week. Cause you know I'm always going. This is the book of the week. The Bible. Can't go wrong with that. That's the book of the week. That's the book of the week. Go and look in Proverbs. Look up in Proverbs, and I believe, like I said, I believe it's 15. Proverbs 15. I'm not gonna say the P word. You know, I almost said the P word last week and got in trouble, man. But I believe it's in Proverbs 15, and it says, it definitely says that. It says, humility will come before honor. It's right here, Proverbs 15:33. Listen to this. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor, listen to this, man. I just told y'all this. This Proverbs 15:33, 33rd verse, right? I just hit y'all with that. 15:33, it says right here, in the book of the week, the book of the year, and the book of the lifetime, right here. The fear of the Lord is, this is in italics, so that means that you emphasize that. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility.
You better say it.
That's it.
Go ahead,
That's
preach.
it. So, hey, great show. Man, y'all gotta start calling me, man. I mean, somebody need to call. I don't even know if the phone works. I don't know, man. I'm just putting it out there. Y'all call me, man, say what's up. Even if you just want to call or hang up. You can call and hang up, man.
Call and hang up real quick. There you go. Charlotte.
Hey, somebody on there? Hey, this is Joaquin with the Daily Bread Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville. What? Where you from?
What?
Where you from?
What do you mean where I'm from?
Where you from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
You calling from Jacksonville or you calling from Atlanta?
I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida.
You calling from Duval? Is that where you calling from?
That's right.
That's
I'm
what's
looking
up.
for some guy named Terry.
Oh man, I think Terry. Hold on, man. Hold on. Terry home? He ain't ready.
Yeah, that's Terry. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Spiritual Talk Minister
Down there, yeah. Terry's on the show with Spiritual Talk with Minister Neil. They're on from 6:30 to 8 every Thursday.
So who are you?
I'm just standing in for Minister Neil. I'm Joe Quan.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm the stand-in.
Well, Terry's an old buddy of mine from Coca-Cola when I used to live in Atlanta.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Terry's a good guy.
And I saw his
What's his
post
name?
and he said call in, so I'm calling in.
Oh, that's what's up. What's your name? Because I'll pass it on to him.
It's Ray.
Ray? Ray from
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
just tell him Ray the Vanilla Thriller. He'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'm gonna get
all right.
Can I get him on the phone?
Dude, no, man, we didn't want to call him. We got to sign off, bro.
Got another call.
Hey, man, okay.
It's a long day. Tell him it's a long day from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Ray, the Vanilla Thriller. Hey, we appreciate you
Straight out
calling.
of Brooklyn.
Hey, we'll pass that message on to Terry for you.
He'll know who I'm talking about.
All right, man. Hey, well, you have a good day, Ray.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, brother. Calling you on the air with Joaquin with the Daily Bread Radio Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, bro? It's your boy Ryan calling from New York City.
Uh-oh.
Listening in.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Who is this? Wait a minute. Hold up, dog. Who is this?
It's Rush, man. It's your boy Rush.
Oh, heck no. This is my goddamn Oh, no. Boy, you done made my goddamn week, boy. Goddamn dog team, what's going on, boy? You got your boots. I know you got your boots. I know you got your boots on, got your shorts. Go ahead, come. I know you come tall, young down, boy.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic?
That wasn't.
Oh man, so what's the Rockland Brothers doing this weekend? What y'all doing? What y'all got playing, man?
You know, we got some activities, you know. We got activities going on.
The bro said, hey, bro, I got you. That's that first one. Hey. We got some activities, and we gonna celebrate. That's what's up, dog. Man, I'm so glad you called me, bro. Hey, how you been, man? What's been going on?
Everything's good. Listening to your words of wisdom tonight, and you're definitely on point with it.
Hey, man.
You talk about.
Now listen, man. Listen.
Say what?
I said, listen, man, I'm not going to cut you off, but I know my listening audience is like, man, he said, now coming from you, that means it means a lot when I get it from anybody, but from a business standpoint, I ain't going to put your business in the street, but I'm going to tell my listening audience and my producer like this. This brother here, we went to college together, right?
Uh-huh.
And me and him like brothers, like truly like, if we not brothers, we definitely cousins,
Yeah.
right? This brother here, man, when I tell you forward thinking,
Yeah.
while we was out there living in a dorm and trying to go find another place to live in,
Yeah.
you know what this dog here was doing?
What?
Talking about it, he's like, man, I'm gonna buy my own condo. While we was in college,
Wow.
huh? His game was so goddamn tight, right? When I wrote my book,
Yeah.
I wrote a chapter about this joke.
Wow.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
deep.
Yeah. That's real deep.
Who thinking like that? Bro, we were trying to get to the man. We going up to college party, man. What a party? We going out to mama son. Man, I gotta go to work, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what? Go to work? I said I gotta go to work too, but I'm going over. Man, I'm about to buy this spot.
Yeah.
And that man, I
Yeah,
followed
yeah.
him. Man, that was 30 years ago when
Yeah, we
bro, you
did
still
it.
got the spot?
I still have that spot.
Ah.
And do you know, after 30 years, we've had probably about 10 family members and a couple of Howard students come through that place. I haven't lived in Maryland in 25 years,
Wow. Still
and that place has not been vacant for more than 3 months at a time.
Still making money.
Bro, that's what I'm talking. See, bro,
Still making money.
that
Still making money.
still making money. Cause it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That's what we talk. That's on the daily. That's what we trying to get out to the masses. Man, let me go, man. Hey, dog. Man, my producer, man, he trying to pull a hook out. He a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man. Pittsburgh was on. That ain't no Pittsburgh. Man, come on, watch out, man. Pittsburgh was on. You want to stay all night, but hey, dog. Hey, man, for real, on the Shield, dog. I really appreciate you calling, man. That means a lot, bro. You know, and that means I'm getting bigger. I'm in New York City as well. So
Keep listening.
tell Glenda and the family we said what's happening.
Keep listening.
Keep listening,
We'll do.
and I appreciate the call, dog.
Okay, all right.
All right.
We'll do something next week, bro.
Yeah, definitely. We'll wrap. All right, we'll do it.
Okay, take care.
All right. Man, what a way to end. Man, come on, bro. I couldn't make this up. Dog,
That's how you do it.
dog.
That's how you do it.
Listen, 25 years. So just do the numbers now. He brought it 25 plus years ago.
Still
Right.
making money.
And he said it's never been vacant for more than 3 months at a time. Several family members, including his kids that went to Howard, stayed in there, right? And so just think about the blessing that is. Like, man, you ain't got to go deal with no landlord. And
Yeah.
matter of fact, you ain't even got to pay like that. Just pay this, and let's keep it moving, and it's in the family.
It's in the family. Forever.
One decision, one person changed the whole legacy. So, hey man, beautiful show. I appreciate everybody, everybody that's on, everybody that's, supporting the show, man. Let's keep doing it. I ain't gonna stop. I got 22 shows before we hit 100. And when we hit 100, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I might come in and do a cartwheel or something, man.
Oh Lord. Don't-
Backflip. You know what I'm saying? I've never done a backflip before, but I might do one.
Don't start.
Off the table.
Don't.
A backflip off the table, man. But y'all have a blessed week, man. Again, shout out to all the bros all across the world. I would say across the nation, but all across the world, every district, man. Y'all have a safe weekend, because I know how the bros can get when the oil gets to flowing. And, we celebrating our Founders Day, so be safe, be safe, and do your thing.
Tell
So,
them we'll be here next week.
Oh, we won't be in. Why we won't be in next week? What's going on next week?
You don't know, you know what Thanksgiving?
Oh man, so here we go with this Thanksgiving thing, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna do a bootleg version from somewhere, man. Cause everybody been at 8 o'clock. The game will be over.
Well, look what you got going on. Look at what you got going on. Look at they flooding you, brother.
I know, man. Y'all don't want. They want to.
But tell them we'll be a rebroadcast. I broadcast.
We'll be a rebroadcast. Man, we gonna which one? We got 7, 8 shows. What rebroadcast you gonna rebroadcast?
Give me a date. I got all them in the archive. Give me a date.
Oh man, good grief. Man, you know what, man? Well, you know what to do, boy. You know how to shut the joke up. Y'all have a blessed week, man. Hey, Rudy Roo. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Great show. Let me get my hat. I'm about to get going. Hey,